going inside. The running Jackson. He's up. Shot on goal. A game winner for the Cavs.
A walk-off 3-run shot from David Adams.
Feeds right on the touchback door. Up to the first layup.
A shot. Billing away to score.
Cavaliers start the offense behind the cage. Up the left by Rubio. Spins and scores.
Rosted is free. She scores. 10-5 on his feet. Touchdown.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
We tasted that. We tasted going to the tournament and winning the game. So, we definitely want to do more this year.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Sharnae Zola, number 5 on the women's basketball team. We've got basketball and more for you on today's show. But first, here's your play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. We make the American dream come true every day.
With 6, Virginia by 14, with 5, with 4, Kellum, with 3, with 2, Kellum, with 1, will pull up for 3, and good!
It was funny because today in shoot-around we were working on Coach Ryan just throwing the ball up, giving us a situation where there was 5 seconds left, and she was like, figure it out. You know, she said there's going to be times when she can't help us because she has no timeouts or whatever the situation may be.
And that's how the first half will end, with a deep 3 from Paulisha. Later, that's the second time she's done that this year.
Yesterday in practice, she was hitting every shot she took. And you can just see her confidence is just rising with every game.
Who just, shooting the ball and hitting it, and all the emotion that she brought when she hit the shot, because a lot of us know Paulisha doesn't show emotion really, So her showing that emotion helped us go into the second half. That brought a lot of momentum, but it was a pretty funny shot. I don't know if you saw me cracking up, but I didn't think it was going to go in.
Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next.
He gets to the head of the pack to Aisha Mohammed. Left hand layup good.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. Our basketball team opened our ACC season with a big win over Wake Forest last Sunday, and then returned home to host Rhode Island on Wednesday. Let's check out the game story.
The Cavalier game highlights are presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The key to Anange Stovall, who hits the two-pointer just inside the arc at the point, and it's 2-0 Virginia at 19:35. Will drive left baseline. She'll go and skip it to the right corner to Kellum, who'll drive with the left hand and pull up from the right elbow. Good again.
Once we got, into the game and realizing what we had to do, I felt pretty good about the way that we were playing.
Right for 3 from the left wing. Good for Monica. Rebound Kristen London to Sharnae Zoll. Zoll racing down the left side of the floor. Show it go and lays it in with the left hand. Oh, she faked her out of her socks.
A lot of our defense creates our offense a lot of the time. So we can't run the ball unless we get stops and we get rebounds. So we want to run. We need to get stops first.
Monica right out high, tries to go to Mohammed at the ACC logo in the lane. Mohammed driving, puts it up with the left hand and kisses it in. With 5, with 4, Kellum. With 3, with 2, Kellum. With 1, will pull up for 3. And good! Wow! They get it to Monica Wright. Great bounce pass to the right block to Mohammed. It's that easy. Lays it in off the window with the left hand. Gets it to Wright. Right down the left side of the floor. Jumps out it in the lane. Too easy for Monica Wright. They get it on the right block to Abby Robertson. Turnaround left hand hit.
And that's the way Abby Robertson can play. That's the way I saw her play in high school. And I was just really proud of her tonight. She made her shots and she was in position, and she really lifted the team tonight.
Zoll driving with the right hand, now right wing to Brittany Milner, driving hard with the left hand and the right hand scoop. The oop-de-oop move from Brittany Milner.
I did notice a little bit of a look.
Oh, what a pass from Charnay Zoll. Found Mohammed.
AAA Sports in the state of Virginia.
10 points from 5 of 8 shooting. Great post-to-post passing from Aisha. Dumps it off to Kelly Hardick. To Monica Wright, racing up the right sideline. Great bounce pass left baseline to Robertson. The jumper for 10.
I was a little worried that this was a game where we might have a little drop-off, but I made sure to challenge the team on several aspects, and they rose to the occasion.
Mamadi Diani grew up surrounded by terrapins, but fortunately for Virginia, he chose to leave the Maryland area and come to Charlottesville. Mo has been a huge contributor to our men's basketball team, and he is your Student Athlete of the Week.
Reynolds sends the ball into the offense and the zone. Right side, the attack from Diani. The fadeaway, 14 bucket.
The ACC and just the kind of league it was always something I wanted to be a part of. So the ACC was really where I wanted to go. So I mean, Virginia was a good school and it wasn't too far away from home. So I mean, it was a good choice. In addition to academics, somewhere I could go compete at a high level and also be able to play and contribute, early and to get that experience early.
Joseph, the three, measures, in and out, tip, Diani! Diani with a right hand and a follow!
Going through that experience, my first year being, thrown out there and being able to play was real beneficial because a lot of guys don't get that experience until, their second year or whatever. So, I mean, I think it really helped me a lot. It really helped me understand, what the type of coach he was, just not only what he demanded in practice, but, in the games, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot.
89-86. Singletary, the crossover against Dillon. Got the screen. Singletary kicks. Diani floats. Got it to go!
A lot of things that, came from my first year, I tried to learn from it and grow and develop into my second year. I think I started developing more into more of an all-around player. And, I think I learned a lot of what it takes, to try to be consistent and every night the mind frame to come out with and just everything that goes along with trying to be a good player.
Dumps inside Diani. Little step, runner inside.
We talk about it all the time, we go to the movies together, he come over, hang out, play video game, we watch TV, and all we do is talk about, Mama, me and you, we got to step up no matter what. And I'm saying, sure, I'm going to have a great game or a bad game, and he's still going to do good. But we got to step up. The team needs us to step up in order to have success. Never really been much of a vocal leader, but, more than anything, trying to be more of somebody who leads by action, somebody, the younger guys can look up to as, he's playing hard every day in practice. He's never missing a practice, and, that's something, they could say about me and want to do that for themselves.
And Drum falling down and tangles up JR with a flop and back to the other end, and the ball pinned against the glass by Diani on the block.
He's long and athletic, and the coaches know his ability, that he could be a good defender. He guards a lot of the best players on the other team, so he really works hard on that. He tries to guard the best players in practice and all those other things.
Eagleston feeds inside the post, loose ball, turnover, Mamadi going the other way, and Diani sends it home one-handed.
I think I have a lot to develop, and it's good right now. We're getting this little break and things get to settle down, but definitely not satisfied with my play so far. But I mean, not many people are, because there's always that growing room.
Having another double-digit score, and the position he plays makes it like a lot of matchup problems, because like Sean and them, when they dribble, they real good at driving, so they know they got outlets to kick out, and they got to defend him because that's what he's known as, a good shooter. So that really helps Sean and them free them out a lot.
And I think everybody realizes, between the time after the game, from then on to the next practice, how we attack the practice, is everybody wants to come out like, look, we didn't play well. last night, so let's attack this practice and sort of, make up for it, and because we need to move forward. So I think the guys have done a real good job of, attacking the next practice, looking forward to the next game, and I think that's been good, not dwelling on games we haven't played so well in.
Sean right back in traffic, and Sean going right to the hole. Outside from the free throw line, Diani for the three. Oh, Diani, good for three.
Last year, the way we started out was people didn't see us, playing up to the level that we ended up at. And, for us, we saw ourselves, at that point or even beyond. So, this year, I think we've all come in with the attitude that, we want to do more than we did last year. Anything below that would be a failure, being that, we tasted during the tournament and winning the game. So, we definitely want to do more this year.
Coming up after the break.
For the first time in the history of the program, our wrestling team is ranked in the top 25 in the country. Let's take a look at Coach Steve Garland's squad in the Olympic Sports Spotlight.
The Olympic Sports Spotlight is presented by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
I think the season thus far has gone very well. We're 7-1 in dual meets, with our only loss coming to Michigan, the University of Michigan, who they were ranked 5th in the country at the time when we competed against them. And a couple bouts go one way or the other, the match comes down to heavyweight, which is pretty impressive for us. So at the time we weren't nationally ranked. Now we are nationally ranked 25th by Win Magazine. So it was a big step for our program. To battle with those guys and keep it as close as we did. Our big wins on the season are Lehigh University, which is a national powerhouse. Their coach is a former Olympic coach. So anytime you can beat a team with that much tradition, I think they have over 100 All-Americans in the history of the program. It's always a big deal. And we beat Purdue and Michigan State on the same day, which was monumental for our program. It was the first time we've ever defeated a Big Ten team, let alone 2 Big Ten teams in one day. Wrestling in the John Paul Jones Arena was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of in any athletics. When I was here, we wrestled in Mem Gym. Obviously, we still wrestle the majority of our matches in Memorial Gymnasium, which is a great venue. We're very excited about wrestling there, but nothing compares to the John Paul Jones Arena. And I told my guys they better appreciate what they just went through, because hopefully they'll remember it from years to come. We started with Ross Jatomer at 125 pounds, who wrestled this young man a week earlier at the Southern Scuffle from Old Dominion. Nicholson, I believe, is his name, and lost to him for 3rd and 4th at the Southern Scuffle. So we were hoping to get some revenge at that weight. It didn't happen. He ended up wrestling a great bout, but still lost close to a very tough kid. Nicholson is nationally ranked. At 133 pounds, we had Anthony Burke. Anthony Burke was filling in for the injured Eric Albright and did very well, taking 2nd in the tournament, but he got controlled in the finals pretty handily by a very tough wrestler from Old Dominion. At 149 pounds, we had freshman, true first-year Sean Harris. Wrestling, he's from St. Ed's, Ohio. Was a huge recruit from my first recruiting class here, and wrestled a guy who was ranked 11th in the country, and it looked like a 4th-year, 11th in the country guy wrestling a freshman. He really took it to us, and that was I think it was a positive, as it's a very good learning experience for a young wrestler to go through that. I went through it. I think my coaching staff, we've all been there, so hopefully that'll help him. For a guy like Sean Harris, a true freshman, stepping in and wrestling a guy that high ranked, what it does is it gives him a sense of what to expect the rest of his college career. It gives him it's a very valuable learning experience. Okay, I'm going to go against this guy he's top 10, right around the top 10 in the country. He goes hard. He's physically developed. He's technically developed. How do I stand up against this guy, and what do I need to work on to get to this guy's level? How do I work when I get back in the room all week after a loss like that? How do I make those improvements so the next time when I face him, it's a different story? At 157 pounds, that one was an easy one for us to coach, because it's 2 of our own guys wrestling each other. So I guess the positive of that is we have a lot of depth now, and I'm very excited about the quality of the depth we have in the lineup. That being said, only one guy can win. So here's 2 guys you work with day in and day out facing each other. It's almost impossible to coach that type of situation. Who do you root for? You want to be very careful. We just sit back and make sure the guys are wrestling hard and make sure that they're safe, and Drew DePascal came out on top in that one, who's an older wrestler. Michael Chairs has been an unbelievable story for us the entire season. I believe his season record is 22-4 as a first year, as a true freshman. That's amazing. He's not even physically mature yet. He just turned 18 years old. He's a young 18. He's wrestling guys that are full-grown men. I mean, these guys, some of these guys' body types when he competes against them, it's amazing the physical difference, and yet he still finds a way to. He's so competitive. He's so competitive that he finds a way to beat these guys. Brent Jones has been another great story for us. You know, everything we say in coaching is, okay, it's not the end of the world. And mentally get over the hump. Wrestling is a very mentally demanding sport, and that's what Brent Jones did. He got back on the horse. He got himself together mentally and has been wrestling phenomenal. He took second at the Southern Scuffle, which is a nationally renowned tournament, beating the number 7th ranked guy in the country from Hofstra along the way, Joe Ravelli, returning All-American. So that was an amazing win for Brent Jones. And then he carried into this tournament the momentum, and he won the tournament. What's the most exciting for me is the passion in the kids' eyes when they walk into the wrestling room. It's pretty exciting for me. I see how excited they are to just be in there. And wrestling's a grueling, grinding sport. It's not fun. I always joke around with my guys, training isn't fun, winning is fun. But these guys actually enjoy the training part. They really enjoy the wrestling, the hardcore wrestling side of it, and that's what's exciting for us. It's going to be a pretty exciting time in the years to come.
In other Cavalier sports action this week,
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Sharnae Zoll, and we'll be back next week with more great stories and features. Until then, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.